It's time for story time. 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 Good morning, hello, good day. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? It's so good to see you today. Thank you for coming back and thank you for joining if this is your first time. I have a book to read to you. Are you ready? Okay. Let me turn off the heater so you can hear me. There you go. Today's book is called Buster. B is for Buster. It's written by Denise Fleming. I cannot bend this book. It is, yet again, a hardback book. This is the front cover. You can see some type of animal. It looks kind of like a dog smelling a flower. On the back, looks like we have some other animals, some dogs and a cat. And here is the spine. All right, let's dive into this book, shall we? Here's another picture. I see Buster's name on a bowl, on two bowls. So they're both for him. And a bola, a ball, and a mariposa, butterfly. Nice. It's dedicated to Warty, the best, Wharfie, there's the word, the best dog ever. The title page says Buster, and there's the author's name again, Denise Fleming. Buster was a happy dog. He had everything he could ever want. He had dishes with his name painted on them in curvy letters, a large grassy yard with a tall oak tree to nap under. There's the tree. You can see there's a squirrel and a bird as well. It seems like he's pretty happy. A sand pit for taking dirt baths, an in and out flap on the back door, a basket of toys, a radio tuned to his favorite station, and brown shoes who took Buster to the park whenever Buster asked. Buster was a happy dog until Brown Shoes brought home the big box. Brown shoes. Do you think the brown shoes belong to anyone? Somebody have to be in these brown shoes for them to go for a walk? Who could that be? And the box? What's in the box? Here's the next title. The Big Box. Buster stared at the big box. He hoped there were juicy steaks or fancy French cheeses or spicy sausages in the big box. There it is. I see holes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes. And there, oh, do you see that? That looks like a hand. That's not in his picture what he's dreaming about, what he's imagining. But there were no steaks, no cheeses, no sausages in the box. There was just a bag of sand, a large flat pan, 2 small dishes, and a cat named Betty. Buster was not happy. Buster was afraid of cats. Oh! Look, he's looking down now. He's not looking up and proud and happy. He's down. Oh, no. And the cat's like, The title of this chapter is Betty. Betty jumped down off the table. She began to purr and twist and turn around Buster's legs. Buster was terrified. He was afraid to move. If I ignore her, thought Buster, maybe she'll go away. Do you think she's going to go away? Is Betty going to go away? Let's find out. Betty did everything to attract Buster's attention. She slept in Buster's dishes with the curvy letters. Buster ignored her. She ran up and down and around Buster's tree. Buster ignored her. She dug in Buster's sand pit. Buster ignored her. She's trying so hard to get his attention, but he's He's terrified. He doesn't know what to do. She ran in and out and in and out and in and out flap. Buster ignored her. She hid Buster's toys. Buster ignored her. Then she changed the station on Buster's radio. That right there, that was too much for Buster. Oh no, look at his face. He went from being scared, very nervous, to being angry. A fine park. Buster slipped under the fence. He ran down the block, over 5 streets, and around 2 corners until he came to the park. Not his usual park, but a fine park with tall trees, a bubbling fountain, tubs of flowers, large grassy patches, and not a cat in sight. There it is. Do you think he's going to be happy here? There's no cats. Let's find out. No Betty, thought Buster as he drank from the fountain. No Betty, thought Buster as he rolled in the sand. Oh, no Betty, thought Buster as he listened to his favorite radio station. No Betty, thought Buster as he fell asleep in the shade of a tall tree. He is living the life. He has no Betty in sight. He is one happy pup. Do you know what this word is? It says lost. Buster woke up. He was hungry. He was lonely. Soon it would be dark. Buster was ready to go home. He looked up the street. He looked down the street. Nothing looked familiar. Buster circled the park to the left, but he circled the park to the right. Buster had no idea which direction was home. Buster was lost. Buster asked the big yellow dog if he knew which way was home. He asked the tiny black dog if she knew which way was home. He asked the man sweeping the walks with the new if he knew which way was home. No one in the park had any idea where Buster lived. How do you think he's feeling now? I would probably be really nervous too, and scared and afraid. Buster sat very still and tried to remember the route he'd taken to the park. But he had been so busy trying to get away from Betty that he hadn't paid any attention. He was just too focused on leaving. He has no idea which way to go. This one's called Home, H-O-M-E, Home. All Buster could think about was how he would never see his home, his dishes, his sand pit, his toys, his tree, or brown shoes again. What would he do? Where would he go? Just then a pigeon circled Buster. It landed close to Buster's ear. "Coo, cuckoo," said the pigeon, looking up. Buster looked up, way up. Wonder what he sees. In the top of the tall tree, several streets over, Buster saw a waving ball of white fur. The tree looked very familiar. The waving ball of fur looked very familiar. Do you know who this is? It's Betty! Oh my gosh. Buster ran out of the park, around 2 corners, over 5 streets, turned left, and ran up the block, all the time keeping an eye on Betty. And look, this is like a map. And there is the legend. It's going to tell us what's going on in the map. What is what? We have houses and water and a fence and trees and sandpit, a hedge, street, crosswalk, flowers, fountain, vegetable garden, park bench, Buster's route. That's the way he went to get home. Buster was here and he went Buster's house. Buster slipped under the fence. Buster ran down the tree and over to Buster. I'm sorry. Oh, I made a mistake. Buster slipped under the fence. Betty, I saw a B word and I thought Buster, but B is for Betty as well. Betty ran down the tree and over to Buster. Betty began to purr and twist and turn around Buster's leg. Buster was a happy dog. He had everything he could ever want and more. He has a new friend. Look what's in Buster's bowl. Look what's playing with Buster's ball. It's Betty. He has a new friend. Friend. Can you do that? Friend. That was awesome. I was really nervous for him. Normally cats and dogs, they say do not get along. And I think that was kind of what was happening in the beginning. But then when Buster was gone and he had time to think about it, he really liked the company. That's awesome. All right, we're going to say our goodbye song. Okay, ready? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Adios, mis amigos, adios. Adios, mis amigos, adios. Hasta luego, hasta mañana, hasta la vista, mis amigos. Adios, mis amigos, adios. We loved having you here with us today. Mwah! Ciao, bella. Ew. Ciao for now.